Sazan Amin, welcome to the Startup Show.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for coming here, and very excited to talk to you today. You've got a big journey behind you, and I'm sure there's lots of things planned for the future as well.
Mm-hmm.
How's it been going?
Good. Busy, but good.
What is it you do? So I've been hearing a few things, I've researched and I've spoken to you before, but I'd love to hear from you. The only way I can describe you is superwoman.
Oh, thank you so much. That's kind of you.
Yeah.
But yeah, sometimes I feel like being a superwoman. So basically, I'm a professional makeup artist. I'm a businesswoman. I have some business going on, or doing my own business for some makeup, my own brand. And yeah, basically doing a lot of things here and there.
Brilliant. So obviously the Startup Show is about businesses,
Yes.
and we invite founders and people that have started and built their businesses over the years. Love to learn more about your journey. So you first started your business experience when? When did you first start business?
So I started in 2017.
Okay.
I always have passion for makeup, and I always want to became a professional makeup artist. But I think I have talked about it before. In our culture, it was a little bit different. My dad, he always wants me to be a lawyer, a doctor. So, but I always have passion for makeup. But then it all changed when social media became more a platform I could use for business. And I educate myself, and then I did my own brand.
It's very interesting because a lot of people in this day and age, they are typically consumers on social media.
Yeah.
Let's say more than 80 to 90% of people on there are just consuming content, they're scrolling.
Yeah.
You, in 2017, you decided to do it differently. You
Yeah.
decided to be a creator,
Yeah.
and you started to use it to... Were you already trying to build a business then, or were you just trying to test it out at the beginning to see?
No, basically I just did it, and then found out that I have a lot of followers and people were following me, and I was like, no, I need to do this for a business, because I really don't have the time just doing it as a hobby, doing social media now that I'm a mom to 3 kids. But I quickly did it to business. I took some course in marketing and business, and I learned something, and then I educated myself and saw other creator on social media how they did it, and just got inspired and just do it in my way.
Brilliant. And I like when you say your way, because there are people now that they put a persona on social
Yeah.
media to try and kind of be accepted, or trying to tick people's boxes to be considered, in line with the appetite of the people. What I like about what you're doing is you're more authentic. You're more authentic to yourself. You like to present yourself in the version that plays, to your strengths. You've obviously not just been risen in this region. You've been risen in the European region as well. You can speak multiple. How many languages can you speak? 5. 5 and
Yeah.
6 and...
No, I don't have time to learn the 6.
Yeah,
Now,
okay.
but 5 at the moment.
Brilliant. So,
Yeah.
but this is it. Like you've blended those experiences, you've blended your insights, and you've created a brand around you and your journey, and selling products and services to people. Let's talk more about those products and services. So where did it start? What was the first kind of product or service that you monetized from your audience?
Yeah, so basically I started with lashes, inspired by my 2 beautiful daughters, Alia and Judy. And then it became more, I did the eyeshadow palettes and brushes. Now I have foundation. So it all started with 2 products, lashes, and now I have over 35 products, items.
Wow. So so something like, obviously this is not for me, and
No.
I'm not your target audience. I'm
No,
guessing
I know that.
most of your audience is, I would say, 99% female.
Yes,
Would you say?
definitely, yeah.
And just to actually unpack that a bit more, are they mostly from this region in the north of Iraq region,
Yeah.
Kurdistan, or are they also from Europe as well? Have you?
I do have also from Europe, but let's say 80% of them is in here in Kurdistan, and then Europe I do also have. Yeah.
Has that always been the case, like since the beginning, or is it now kind of become more global?
No, it always has been from start, because I live in Denmark, and I do also have followers from Denmark, and I also have friends and family. So basically, yes, I do also have from Europe a lot, in Sweden, Finland, Germany. Yeah, I do.
How can you speak to all of these people in a way that they kind of resonate with you? Like, is it,
So
do you mix the
basically,
languages? Or?
Yeah, I will mainly say in Kurdish, there is in every single Kurdish family, I think there one person who knows who Sazan Amin is. So no
Oh.
matter where she or he lives, so that's something when I started in social media, I decided just to speak in Kurdish because this is something I wanted. Because in Europe we do have a lot of creator and influencers and bloggers, but I felt like in Kurdistan we didn't have this kind of, now we have, but
Back then, yeah. You were kind of like one of the early adopters. You were like the first almost in this region.
A lot of them. Also, there was a couple of other, but in my case, I did it in my way. Yeah.
That's really good. And for the people in Europe, in Denmark, are they kind of Kurdish people living in those regions, or are they also native Denmark, native Finnish people?
Yeah. So in my social media, I do have Danish followers. I do have from Pakistan because you do have friends, and I have been there all my life. So I have friends from when we were going to school together in kindergarten. Now they are all grown up and have their own family. So sometimes it feels like my friends are, oh, my daughter is watching you. And I was like, oh, yeah. So, yeah, I do have Danish followers also. And I know I have followers from America. I do have from all over the world, I think. Yeah.
That's brilliant. And this has obviously taken time to build.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's been the offerings, like you started with lashes.
Yeah.
And then how soon after you started with lashes did you decide, you know what, let's do something else. Let's add another product. And now you said you're up to 35.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it is a lot. And then I started another business, which is hair extension. So basically, every business that I do is something that related to me, something that I love, something that I have passion for, something that I do use, something that I have been using for many years, and that I have knowledge about. So I started with the hair extension business. The makeup is going very good, alhamdulillah. And now I have my hair extension, and now I'm going to start a new business also, which is something I really have a big passion for.
Which is?
Hats.
Ooh. Tell me more about that. That's interesting.
Yeah, basically, I have been since I was a little girl, I love hats, and I do that now. So every single followers who follow me know that I really love hats, and I think it's just something fun, creative, and you can feel a little bit more maybe different when you have a hat on. So this hat for being more creative in summer times. Horse riding now you can have dress code. It depends. So hats have always been something I have big passion for. So yeah, I started this business, and hopefully it's gonna go. I don't know how it's gonna go.
So when you start a business, it's part of the same business, but it's kind of like another product line. Or
yes.
Is you create a different entity completely?
No, it is actually it is the same legacy that I started. It is the same, but it's gonna just be another product, another name, but it's the same company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So obviously you're the core, the focal point of the company, and everything is an extension of your interests, your skills, and you're obviously working with people to help create these products in such a way so that other people can benefit from them.
Yeah.
Starting with lashes. This is the 36th one then that you've just started? Because you said 35. This is number 36, the product?
No, the products that I have now, 35, is the items from the makeup brand.
Okay.
And then we have the hair extension, which is also, this is the second business. So the first business is makeup. And then you have the second business, which is hair extension. And the third business, what I've been working on now, is hats. So this is more accessories.
This is so interesting. This is like a massive empire that I'm just unfolding when I'm asking you. And for me, it's completely new. Like business isn't new to me, but just this kind of area, this industry, it's all, obviously, I'm not the ideal audience, but for me, it's just so interesting how many layers and how many different elements there can be.
There's a lot. For us women, there's a lot.
Yeah.
Especially accessories.
For me, I'm just trousers, shirt, shoes, gym stuff maybe. Women, it's completely different.
We need to have it in every single color, every single shape. So yeah, it is different. So what I have done is basically start the business from zero. And I learn from every single time I do travel, I do a work, I learn something new. So I started with the lashes, and then I did build up the products more and more, did the makeup line completely, and then how to sell it. So the most important thing when you do makeup brand or you do a brand is basically do the client buy it, and my main goal is the client is coming back again.
Yeah, repeat business. Yeah.
Yeah, because if I do this beautiful cup and I can sell it once, but why should I do it once?
You
I
can't
need
build
that.
a business like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You need new business, definitely. That's the lifeblood, but also repeat business, like a reason why people would come back.
Yes.
But also why they would tell their friends as well to try and get some of
Absolutely.
their word of mouth as well, because they love it to the point where not only are they coming back, but they're also using the trust that they built with their friend to tell them about what a good experience they've had. And again, a testament to your success. And this is like, there's so many moving parts. There's so many things to learn. Like, you must have support. I'm guessing you have a team now that support you throughout this?
Yes, I do actually have a team now, but I have learned from a lot of things that not always showing your team. So what I do have a team. I have 1 to 2 person in Denmark here who helps me. Who I do need a person who help me. I cannot do everything by myself.
It's a lot.
I am trying to do everything by myself, but I can't. But I do have, unfortunately, I don't have an agent, because I really love to have an agent who can do something for me, more work for me, because social media takes so much of my time.
So you're doing all of your own social media?
Yes.
Like any editing, any like
Everything.
scheduling. And on top of that, you're doing all of these engagements, and you're also managing these businesses. Like, superwoman. There's only one way to...
Thank you.
Like, I'm not, not to blow, I'm not... Don't want to just be nice. It's true, because you also mentioned you've got 3 kids.
Yeah.
You're a wife.
Yeah.
You're traveling.
Yes.
And you're doing all of this. Like, it's a lot. Like, I have to talk about your time management skills. You must have some secret there as well, in terms of how you can balance it all without going mad,
So basically, I don't go out. I don't have time for friends, and I don't have a lot of friends. Unfortunately, I don't want to. If you have a lot of friends, I'm very focused on my work, because I feel like I have built something and it needs 100% of my time. So I am very focused. I do the work who needs to be done, and then when I'm home, I do sleep. At 11, I'm sleeping. 6, I'm waking up, doing the emails, doing everything that I need to do, doing a little bit social media, then preparing myself to the day, how it's gonna be. I don't know. Sometimes I need to be in doing some shoots. Sometimes I have a TV show to do, and then I do go and visit. My products in the places that my product is. I go speak to them. How's the feedback? Is there any problem? How can I do it better? I do speak a lot to my followers. My followers means a lot to me. That feedback is, it is important for me, what they say to me. So I learn every day, and I'm just focused on myself. I don't have time to anything else. I'm only on myself.
I love that you're being very open about this, because people can look from the outside and they see success. They see all of these products. They also see maybe the number of followers you have on the different channels that you're on. And they're like, oh, overnight success, or
no,
maybe
that's not overnight success.
It's not. It's definitely not. But like, from their perspective, they might think, oh, this looks like it's easy what she's doing. But behind the scenes, you're working, you're waking up, you're sacrificing. I don't know what life was like before 2017, but I'm guessing maybe you had a few more friends than you have now in terms of engaging with. Yeah. And you've had to, not because you don't like them, but because you're trying to make more space for your work. By saying yes to going all in with your work, you have to say no to a few other things, things that drain your time, your energy. And unfortunately, maybe some friends that you might have wanted to keep contact with over the years to the same degree as you did before, you've had to kind of reduce that involvement.
But the problem is also, when you do have a lot of work to do, you cannot trust anybody. When you do have so much work and you learn so much, but you go also through a lot of things, There's a good people and bad people in this world. So when you do business is not just something, some people are understanding business is something very big, because you are depending on the thing that the idea that you have, and when you come with the idea and you share with someone else, or you do pay a lot of money, and you don't know if this person is going to do it with good heart or.
I think it's about incentives.
Yes.
Like no one is going to care more about your business than you are, because your name is associated with it, obviously your energy, your ideas, but it's your baby.
Yes.
No one is going to care more about your baby than you, than the mother, to be honest. And if you think about it from someone else that's coming in, maybe they might have shares in the business, and so you can align incentives to a degree. But if you're paying them for a service, they're not going to care about it as much as you, even though you might have trained them or spent years trying to explain
it will
your
not be the
vision.
same if you are not if you need to be there by yourself to do the things, because this is your idea and you know how to do it. So yeah, it is difficult, but I'm trying. I will say, I don't know how many years I'm going to be managing it, but hopefully one day my kids going to take or be part of this family business, hopefully.
I want to talk more about the business, but now that you've mentioned family, I want to understand how you manage family as well. And your kids, are they involved already in your business, or are you just kind of thinking maybe in the future you're gradually kind of preparing them maybe to take ownership of it? Like, what's your kind of thinking behind that?
So I already, working on my kids going to take ownership of my company, because my two daughters, they love makeup and they love everything about the beauty industry. So I am preparing them now. My oldest daughter is quite good at it right now.
How old is she?
20.
So she's already like using your stuff.
Yes, and she wants to be she wants to be her own business. She don't want to work this 8 to 5. So
yeah, as we said, we were talking about this before.
Yeah.
It's 8 to 5 now. It used to be 9 to 5.
Yeah.
It's going to eventually maybe become 7 to 6.
Yeah.
I want to talk. So just, you've got your daughters now.
Yeah.
You've got a son as well.
Yes,
Would
and
he
I
be
have teach
interested?
them. Yes, so my son is more about the business and the marketing.
Okay.
He's not about the makeup. No, definitely
Oh,
not.
okay.
Oh, hopefully not. No, I don't think so.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
But so my son's gonna be everything about the business and the marketing, but through the years, my kids have seen me, how I have been working, and the difference between me and my husband. So my husband have this 8 to 5 job, which I am more, my own boss. I do my own way, and sometimes it goes very wrong because I do have. I'm trying to do it in the good way, but I do have bad days also. When we had Corona, I lost a lot of money.
Yeah, I did as well. Like, I think
Yeah.
most business owners lost money during that period. But for you, you're constantly learning, and it's allowing you to apply your learning in a different way, so that whatever you take from here, you take from there, you apply to try and create the best possible version of your business. And knowing what you know today is different from what you knew a year
Absolutely.
ago, 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So you're constantly building that. And it takes time. No one is born knowing how to manage
No.
and build a business, especially now
Yeah.
in 2025.
Yeah.
The tools available, the way of starting and building a business is
Absolutely.
different from how it used to be before.
Yeah.
And so you have to also take it into the context of the generation that we're in. And I'm guessing when your kids eventually decide to take ownership or maybe go their own paths in business,
Yeah.
things are going to be different for them too. There's going to be different strategies, different ways of attracting the right attention to build your brand, to build your business. And so giving them that experience now, and also them seeing you,
But
how
they
hard
have
you
been,
work.
they have been part of my work since they were kids, and they have, every time I have done master classes, that everything what I do create from products, I let my girls test it, and feedback from my own girls is very, very important because they're so honest. So they are part of it a lot. And so basically I hope my daughter's definitely the oldest gonna be part of it right now. And so I hope they can take it. And I don't know if I'm just gonna help them, just guide them. I can be there. I have everything. I have learned everything from how to do a business, so they can ask me whenever they want. And if they don't want to take part of my company, what I have been building, they can do whatever they want. This is not a pressure. I'm saying you need to take over my company, but they want to.
But the company, like, so you would encourage them, if they don't want to take over your company, you would encourage them to start their own company.
Absolutely.
As opposed to what your husband is doing now, the 8 to 5.
No, I think what I have learned from my kids now, because they are so grown now, we can talk about it. They'd really love to have their own business. So I am definitely sure they're going to have their own business.
All of them.
Yeah.
Why?
Because I think they can see how the freedom that I have, Yes, it is stressful. Yes, I do I do cry, and I do want to shut everything down. I do, sometimes everything goes wrong. And I need to, But I think when they see the way that I have built, I think I'm sure they will. Yeah, I'm sure they will. Because the timing is different now from the time that I was when I was younger. We have so much now in social
You're still young,
media.
by the way.
Oh, thank you so much. But we have so much now you can do. There's so much you can do. You can create a business out of this cup. I swear to God, you can do that.
You can, and you're preaching to the converted here. Literally,
Yeah.
I am so all in on building businesses. Like,
Yeah.
obviously, the podcast is all about business building and talking
Yeah.
about journeys.
Yeah.
But for me personally, I built my business as well from scratch many years ago now, education in the UK. But for me, I'm thinking I'm going to be having a child soon.
Oh,
And
congratulations.
thank you. But for me, obviously, you've had that journey
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
3 times. You're building not just for them, perhaps, passing the business over to them, but you said even if they don't want to take over your business,
Yeah.
you would encourage them and you'd support them completely
Yeah.
in building their own. And that
Yeah.
for me is something I want to do. And I'm not saying a 9 to 5 isn't the right way. Many people have made it and they're very happy, but
Yeah.
the level of freedom you're talking about,
Yeah.
the level of self-expression, your identity, like everything, if you look at in your business now, is an extension of you to a degree. It's an idea you had when you were walking somewhere and this came to you, and then eventually that built onto this, and then
Yeah.
you created that product, and then that again emerged from certain environmental conditions or certain things, and you've grown it now to this point where you've got another product line with the extensions. And
Yeah.
you even mentioned a masterclass, so I'm guessing you're also in education now. You're helping.
Yes, I have been educating for now almost 10 years.
This is like there is a part of life where some people can just go and do the work
Yeah.
and then come home and then rest on the weekend and then do that again and they're happy.
Yes.
But there's some people that, like yourself, like me, where the work never stops.
No.
In the evenings you're thinking about it, when you wake up, even when you're dreaming.
Yes.
And some people might say that we need to disconnect, we need to learn to relax. But this is our relaxation.
Yes.
This is
definitely.
And if you can build value in the community and people are willing to pay, and yes, the ceiling is going to be higher than if you were working an 8 to 5 and they're going to promote you maybe 5% raise this year, 5% next year, and over time. Yes, the ceiling is higher in terms of how much you can make,
Yeah.
but also there is more risk.
Yeah.
And again, the highs and lows that you're talking about
Yeah.
are common to every entrepreneur, myself included, many other founders I've spoken to.
Yeah.
It's common and it's tough and it's not for everyone.
No.
But it's worth it if you can do it. And I like that you're already nurturing this kind of mindset with your kids so that they can also see with their own eyes, but also I'm guessing, nudging them ever so slightly to think more about it is possible. You can take this and build it into something. And now it's been more possible than it's ever been.
Yeah.
And for you to give them that, like with the masterclass, I want to talk to you a little bit more about that, because you're maybe packaging some of your knowledge in a way where other people can benefit from it.
Yes, definitely. I am. And this is something I really love. I love to give my knowledge back to people because I also learn every single day, and I have been learning from the best. And when you do learn from different people, from Denmark, from here, from other countries that I have been to, I love to give this knowledge back to other people. So I have been very blessed that I can give the knowledge, and I have been actually helping a lot of girls and women here in Kurdistan who have started their own business after they have been to my masterclasses. So I'm very happy for that. I'm very, very happy for that. And basically now there's a girl who has been part of my masterclass 6 years ago in Sweden. And she just opened her salon here in Kurdistan. And I'm so happy for that, for her, So for me, seeing... And when they text me or they send me an email or when they see me, they're like, thank you so much, Sazan Khan. You have been part of my journey. You really have helped me a lot, because I love to give my knowledge back, because I believe when you do have a business or you have a knowledge, when you help other, you grow also as a businesswoman. You do also grow when you help other. But thinking to be selfish and say, I'm the best, I'm only me, I know how to do that, I don't think you're going to be... it's not so good to think like that. You need to help other because when you do help other, also you will find out something about yourself. So recently, I don't know, some people think that if I do give my knowledge back to someone, they're gonna steal my idea, but this is not the truth, because you already, the creative side of you and the talent that you have, no matter how much I say to you, you can do that, it is different.
It's I think it comes from maybe a scarcity mindset, like
Yeah.
maybe your ideas are limited, or maybe or if they take it, then there's going to be nothing left for you.
Yeah.
It's not a zero-sum game in the sense that there are many ways that you can be successful, and many people can be successful at the same time without it taking food from your plate.
Yeah.
In actual fact, the plate gets bigger. And again, another thing that you mentioned, when you're explaining something to someone, you're actually helping yourself to a degree.
Yeah.
You clarify kind of concepts more in your mind, but also maybe it promotes you to get ideas in a different way. So you're doing good in the community, but you're also helping your self-development. I'm all for education. My business is in education,
Yeah.
and I love it. And part of this podcast as well is education.
Yeah.
So for me, when you're saying that, it's perfect, because there's no need to be selfish. And
No.
you've been blessed with gifts. You've been blessed with a
Yeah.
family. You've been blessed with success.
Yes.
You can share that, even if it's just wisdom and nuggets,
Yeah.
or even inspiration to help
Yeah.
someone that wants to start, push them in the right direction. Because yes, you can have all of the ideas, yes, you can plan, but unless you start taking action and are constantly
True.
learning, you put yourself out there in 2017,
Yeah.
and you started to post,
And I was very focused. I do that 24/7. You cannot start a business if you think, okay, I'm gonna start a business this month, next month. No, I'm gonna do this, and you need to wait 5 months, and that. No, if you do something, you need to be very focused. Maybe it will take you 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, but you need to be patient, and you need to think, and you need to love your job. If you don't love your job, if you don't have passion for it, it will be very difficult. And when you do a business, I have been doing this now almost 10 years, but I have learned so much. I have learned myself in a different way. I have learned that, yes, I do have a big passion for makeup and beauty, but I also find myself in something else, which I never knew that I had. Real estate. I love to do real estate now. And I was like, if I do get retired from the makeup thing, I'm gonna do real estate, because I love it. I love the way I can decorate the houses and different things. So yeah, I'm all for real estate now. I don't know.
constantly, but you never know what's going to happen in the future.
You never know.
Yeah, like maybe in a few years you might be into gardening. You might already be into gardening.
You never know, but you find yourself in different way when you do business.
I think, see, you've got a lot of energy to do this, and I think part of the reason is because you're doing something you're so passionate about, and you enjoy it.
I love my job. Yeah.
And as long as you kind of follow your passion and you make it sustainable, like a lot of people say, if you follow your passion, sometimes you might not make it, but you have to find a way to make it self-sustaining, so that by you following your passion, you can feed yourself, you can feed your family, you can build something that you can reinvest to grow that, and perhaps employ other people to support you. Otherwise, if you just follow it without that in mind, you need to connect those two pieces together to keep that journey going. So I think you've discovered something beautiful, and I'm really happy for you.
Thank you.
But for you, before 2017, were you working at all? Were you doing anything else?
Oh yeah, I have been working all my life.
So like, I want to just understand, like, do you remember what working was like for you before and after? And can you maybe give me a comparison in terms of, like, did you enjoy stuff to the same degree, or did you work as hard?
No, definitely not, to be honest with you. I had a job which is 8 to 5, and it was something just to have to feed my kids. I have bills to pay. So yeah, I need to work. But this is something when you do grow up and go to school. When you go to kindergarten, they will teach you, educate you. You need to grow up, you need to learn, because you need to have education, and you need to work. You need to have some money to provide for your family. So for me, it is a normal thing. I grew up, I had education, and I worked. So this is life. But then, sooner or later, I found out, no, this is not what I love. So I was basically every morning sitting there cleaning teeth, and I was like in the dental clinic. But my passion for this is just a job for me. It was something I need to do it, But makeup is something I really love. I love, this is something I have a big passion. I love standing on the stage and give all my knowledge to other and help them how to create a business, how to do a product, how to be with the clients, how to do social media, how just being you.
For you though, because a lot of people listening are in that situation and they've not found their passion, or they've not taken that leap to start and build their own business.
Because they're afraid.
it could be they're afraid. It could be the circumstances mean that they're not able to take that. Like, was there something in 2017 that allowed you that freedom to be able to take a step back and stop your job and do it? Or were you doing it alongside your job until you made it a success? Like, were there certain things in the environment that made it more easy for you to make that transition? Or did you just have enough and you were like, I'm doing this, I've had enough, I don't want to work anymore for someone else?
Basically, I had a friend of mine. She just started her own makeup line, and she was like, "Can you come and help me?" And I helped her, and I stood there and helped her as a makeup artist. I wasn't professional. I just did the makeup. And then one night she called me as a thank you because I did it for free for her. And one night she called me. She's like, as a thank you, I'm inviting you to a mini masterclass at Nikki Wilsh Academy. So we have Nikki Wilsh, which is a celebrity makeup artist, which has also been my teacher and the academy that I went to for becoming a makeup artist. And I was there, and then she was trying to educate us about eyebrows, and she was like, can I have you, because your eyebrows is very thick and I can show. And I was sitting there, and she was like, oh, you're so beautiful. If you one day want to become a makeup artist, because I was like, I want to become a makeup artist. And she's like, if you one day want to become a makeup artist, please come and start at my school. And it went just here, and I went back home, and I was thinking about it, but I had 3 kids. I need to help my husband paying bills, doing things. You know, you cannot just be without a job, no matter how good your husband is providing for the family. But I have always been this kind of person. I work for myself. If I want something, I do work for for myself, and I buy it. I don't want my husband buying that for me. If you give me as a gift, I don't mind. But no. So I was always passionate about, I have 3 kids now. I want them to have a good education. I am saying to them, you need to go to school, you need to learn. And I don't want one day my kids coming back home saying to me, but why are you pressuring me to go to school and be educated to something when you never in your life have worked or you don't have education? And I don't like that. So me and my husband, we both have a big passion for education. We love to work, and we want our kids to be the same. So they are, alhamdulillah, now. They are very successful. I'm very proud of my kids. There's a lot of things I cannot say because there's their private life, but they are doing so great in life now. And I'm so happy because this is something I have, whatever you teach your kids when they are small, you will see it when they get older. And I can see that now. So, but I have always have that in me, work ethic. I love to work. I like to learn new things. I like to have my own money. And this is not something, and my husband know that. He knew me. He saw me first time, and I say, I will get married to you in one condition. You need to let me do my, work. I want to work. I want to educate myself.
Yeah.
And he's been a big support for me, yeah.
That's really good. And for you now, obviously, education is number one. Like, I love education, and it's so important. And we wouldn't be here now if we didn't educate ourselves.
Definitely.
But like, not just in the traditional sense, like go to school, maybe university. No, daily. Like, we are learning how to speak to each other. We're learning how to speak in front of cameras. We're learning how to speak. We're learning how to share our story online on social media. You're learning how to manage a business. You're learning how to raise kids. Every single day there is something new to learn, and you have to constantly have that mindset.
Yeah, and something I always learn and see things through my kids, because yes, I have a lot of followers, but I don't sit with them the way that I sit with my kids.
Yeah.
So I always ask my kids, why do you not do that? And she's like, I'm shy, Mom. I cannot speak in English. I feel like people is going to bully me. And yes, social media is a bullying place. If you need to switch off, you need to say, this is my work. And I'm always saying to my daughter, you know what? Yes, nobody's perfect. My English is not good either, but I'm trying. But if you want to do something, you can learn. When I was back in Kurdistan in 2017, my Kurdish was not so good, basically. But I've learned so much now.
Yeah.
And I learn every single day, and I'm teaching myself. And I will always say to my friends or to my family, please, if I say something wrong, just correct me. That's fine with me. I want to be corrected because I will learn. But I think a lot of people or young people are afraid to start a business young people afraid of starting a business because they're like, first of all, the money, the time, who to trust, how to start, who to reach out, and all those big business people will never look to those. They are too busy, you know.
Yeah.
Too busy to help. They will of course help their own kids, but they are too busy to help others. As a woman, if you want to become a businesswoman or do business, it's very difficult to go to a man and ask him to help, because in this case it's gonna be something else, unfortunately. Not in every cases, in some cases. So if she have a father or brother who can help her, it's just a plus for her. But I think in my case, I didn't have, my father is not a businessman. My husband knows a lot because he had his own business before he became a school leader. But I think you need to educate yourself. You need to sit down with yourself and try to understand yourself. What are you good at? I'm good at, I don't know, doing podcasts. I'm good at doing makeup. I'm good at doing filming, whatever it is. And then build yourself with that. And you have a lot of things now in social media who can help us, and you can look at those people who can inspire you.
Yeah.
And do it in your way.
The education is out there now. Like, you don't need to rely on someone to teach you perhaps as much as you've needed to maybe in the past, or go into access the information in hard to reach places, maybe a library. No. The internet is an ocean of information.
Yeah.
And it's accessible to anyone now who's willing to learn and apply that learning.
Yeah.
But just to bring it back to when you started, I want you to maybe just package that kind of experience so that someone listening, if they want to start, they're working full time, maybe they're a woman, maybe they have kids and they're working and they need to support the family. What kind of advice or ways of thinking could you share with them so that perhaps they could themselves start to take that leap and make that transition for themselves?
So first of all, trust in yourself, believe in yourself. If you have $1,000 or you have $10,000, you just need to start. You start and build a community, or build some. You need to have someone who can, buy the products from you. But I would say my advice is believe in yourself and work hard and have a passion for the work you are doing. Because having passion for that is just showing to the client also that you do really love your job. But if you are just showing this is something I just want to make money, don't think about the money. Just try to love the job, and the money will come and the sale will come. But if you go into a business or a job and thinking only about the money, and I'm hiring you, the first thing you ask me, how much is the money? And then I will say, no, I don't want this kind of person. But it's different when you come in and say, oh, how is the work? How can I be better to do this? And just talk about what you can do. And then when I see your job is good, I will give you more the salary or what you did. So basically believe in yourself, and having a plan is very important to do, need to have a plan to see how you can do that. And just love your job.
Yeah. No, I think for people listening, you're very inspirational because you've shown what is possible if you put your mind to it, and you've got a good support structure. I mean, your husband is very supportive of what you're doing. You were explaining to me before, how important is that, to not feel guilty that you're maybe taking time away from, because it takes a lot of work, and that you're going to be reducing the amount of time you have available for your family. Now, I know your kids are older now, but even your husband, or maybe even other loved ones, aunts, uncles, I'm guessing they've given you your support so that you don't feel guilty. It's not pulling you down.
100%, because I do get guilty. No matter how support you get from your family, you will always have this guilt mind, as a mom. I'm not there, my kids is sick, or they need me. But I know that what I do now, this is for my kids. This is for their future. I am working for them because, I'm not doing that from... You're
enjoying the journey. You enjoy it. Yeah. But what you're building is not just for you.
No.
You don't want to just be maybe a millionaire and flying around the world. No. Maybe that's a nice side effect. Don't get me wrong.
It will be.
But as well, the foundation that you're building is the place in which your kids can build on top of. In any way, education, business, or just even the experiences that you can provide, and you guys as a family can
but
provide.
my husband is very involved in my work. Yes, he's not always with me, but he is very involved. I make sure that my kids and husband is very involved in my work and know what I do, and they support me because they know that I have a big passion for that, and they really believe in me, and they know that what I do is something that I love. And I think when you have been with a person for so many years and he knows you in and out, yeah, so it is amazing to have his support. Really, it is. I couldn't do that if it wasn't for him.
So these are the behind the scenes things which like really, really play a big part, because if you didn't have that support, as much as you'd want to maybe try and make this work, that support is so important, and people underestimate. Like, even if you don't have, do you have a co-founder or anyone like that, or is it you but the support is all on the outside, your friends, your family that help you?
Yes.
Because some people look to a co-founder when they're building a business, because that person, they don't just bring maybe their knowledge and expertise, they bring that support. They understand when things aren't going well, they understand the details, so that you're working together to a common goal, and you've got that. And I think that's always important, and no matter what you're doing, to have that shared journey with someone, even if it's just one person, even if it's your partner in life, because when you have that, it makes things more manageable, because you've got good days, but you've also got some bad days.
Oh yes.
And those bad days can kind of, if they're really bad, they can stop everything if you're not careful. But if you have that support, you're like, that person's maybe telling you, don't worry, this happens, take a step back, maybe take some time away. They're giving you that voice of reason in a time when maybe you can't give that voice to yourself.
Yeah, but I think also when you have, this is a job for me, and I think my kids have accepted that. I think the timing here now with social media is just different. So they know, they always see me every single day, social media. They see me, they can see what I do. So for me, this is a job. So they know mommy she's away from home 2-3 weeks because this is her job. My husband's job is that. But when I'm home back, I'm home. I don't go out. I don't, need to see my friends, or I do this, or I don't have a job there. My job is only here. And when my kids are in school, I do my social media, that's all. But I do give them all my time.
So that's really good. So like when you're back in Denmark, you're just with them, obviously, when they're at home. But during the school day, that's when you manage your social media. But apart from that, you disconnect.
Yes, I disconnect. I do the cleaning. I love clean. I love cook. So I cook, I clean, I do my social media, and then wait for my kids to come back from school and just have a family time. So yeah.
Tell me about social media, though, from the perspective of your kids. Do you have any ways in which you encourage them to do things or not do? Because for the kids these days, social media can be quite dangerous.
Yeah, a lot.
How do you manage that with them?
So basically, my husband and I can see what they are doing because, we need to. But they do understand social media, and they are private. And a lot of time my followers, they're like, please, can you share your kids' account? We want to follow them. No, because they're not public. And I don't want them to be public. The day they will decide to be public, of course, that's fine for me. Because I will never say to my kids, don't do this, don't do that. No, whatever they want to do in life, I will support them. But at the moment, they are not public, and we do talk a lot. And I do tell them, you need to take care of yourself. Don't answer this, don't do that. But in Denmark, we have a lot, in school, they educate the kids a lot. We do have a lot in Denmark. And I think that the government have done things to social media. Not everyone, in Denmark, you need to be 15, I think, something like that, to have TikTok or whatever it is. But it is different in Denmark because the security for the social media, and it is different. They're
more proactive with the management and care. Maybe other countries less so, but Denmark, they're quite good in that. Yeah,
a lot. So I'm okay with that. Yeah,
that's brilliant. Now I like that they're very involved and they've learned a lot about your journey, as well as them learning for themselves in whatever direction they want to go. And I like that support structure you've got, not just for you, but for them. I think it's fantastic. But for you as a business owner now, obviously you've got multiple different offerings that you're providing.
Yeah.
what's the plan for the future? Like, where do you see this going? Like, do you want to go to the moon? Like, what's the plan? Like, where do you want to build to?
Oh yeah, so I like to be as my makeup brand. Hopefully after the new year, I'm gonna be in Iraq, Baghdad. In the Iraqi's market. I would like to be in Baghdad. So yeah, I will be there. And I have a little dream, but I don't know if it's gonna be. But my dream is to have my product, to see my product in Sephora. This is something we as women or brown founder. So of course, my dream is to see as a first Kurdish woman, having my own products in Sephora, in all Sephora Scandinavian. It will be a dream come true. Yeah. So I'm working on that.
Brilliant.
But right now I'm here in Erbil. I'm gonna go to Baghdad, and then hopefully Middle East, and then Europe is also my goal to be in Sephora. So I don't know. I'll work on it. See how far I can go.
Yeah, I think as long as you're willing to work, you have the time, you have the energy, then why not see how far it can go? And like Baghdad being the next step, like what are you thinking about in terms of when you go there? Like, how can you launch the brand there? Is there like a strategy that you're thinking about, or is it a certain shop or places you're going to partner with?
Yeah, because I already have it now. So I have my products. My stand is in a shop called Cosmetica, and they basically also have it in Baghdad and in Basra. So we're gonna start launching there. And then my goal is also to be in Dubai at the moment. When you are a business owner, you know a lot of people. A lot of people. In my case, I know a lot of people. So there's always something new coming from me. There's always something when I am traveling and meeting other business owner. They're like, "Come, you need to launch your product here, and we're gonna help you and all that." But I cannot see myself in that. I need to have a plan. I cannot just say, "Okay, I'll come tomorrow and launch my product there." I need to have a plan. I need to have some people help me there. I need to have a product. I need to have the money to do all this. At the moment my budget is only in Kurdistan, because I'm by myself. I don't have a business partner, I don't have a investor, I don't have anything. This is only me.
This is interesting because a lot of people might jump at the idea of, oh, there's maybe an opportunity there, let me go see, but they won't think it through. They won't think in depth about,
No.
okay, but this actually, I need to make sure I have this, I need that, I need to plan for this, I need to prepare that. You're more realistic before
I'm
you
very
do that.
realistic. I cannot take the decision like that. It takes me a lot of time to take a decision, because I think through everything, every small details, because I'm not doing that. Yes, I do get excited. Yes, I would love to see my products all over the Middle East, and I would love to have a investor coming to me and say, "Can you?" No, but this is not a reality for me. I have been working on myself 10 years. I have working day and night, and then just having a person come and say, "I will invest so much. I will have 50% of your." No, thank you. No, thank you. I don't think so. And me doing all the work and give 50 or 60% no, I don't do that. So what I have done is basically it have taken me 10 years to build this, but I am working here, doing commercial, something I receive, and I'm investing in my products directly. So I'm not using those money on myself. And I am not buying all these fancy bags and all that. I do have a dear husband who gift me when I have birthday. My kids give me something, but I don't go spend my things on things that are not so important. I like to dress up. I like to travel, but when I have a kind of money, I say, this is for private, whatever it is, family trip. This is for my business, so I do put it in my business, and that's why I don't want to have someone coming and saying to me, "Do this, do that."
You're very organized, aren't you? I can imagine that.
much.
I've not seen your home, but I can imagine everything's in its place.
Yes, it is.
The drawers have this, the tables are...
I like that. I like that. I like to be focused. I like to have a plan. I like to say if someone called me, say, Sazan Khan, you need to be here at 1 o'clock, we have a work. You saw me. I was like, I'm just going to change and come up. I like to have this, because in this case, you do get a lot of job. I have done... How much today? I don't know. I have done so many jobs today.
What keeps you energized throughout the day? Do you drink a lot of coffee?
Yeah, coffee.
Okay, coffee is the secret, yeah?
Unfortunately, coffee.
It's good. If it works for you, it works for you.
Yeah.
But It's very interesting, your mindset, and just thinking and like unpacking it with different examples that you're talking about. You can really like see like the kind of person that you are in terms of how focused you are, how driven, how much attention to detail you put into
Yeah.
things. Even if it's something that looks small on the
Mhm.
outside, you've probably thought about that multiple times before
Definitely.
and so again, that is working. Like even though you're not physically writing or so, the thinking.
No, I manifest a lot of things in 2017 when I come back to Kurdistan. I manifest a lot of things which I have today. I do believe in manifesting. I don't know how much you believe in it, but I do believe in manifesting. I did manifest a lot of things, and alhamdulillah, with my work, I did reach it. And still, I do manifest a lot of things. Sephora, and I did get an offer actually in Sephora in Denmark because I already know them. But the problem is when you go into it as a business, the paper and all this, is different. It is a big responsibility for me.
What do you mean? Like,
So being in Sephora is not just like, okay, we will have your stand here, just bring us some products and then we will see how it's going to go and we will sell. No, there are a lot of, Sephora is a big company.
so like if they put you in one, they want to put you in all. Is that how it works, or?
Yeah, and we are not talking about 50 or 60 items. We are talking about 100,000
Okay. Ooh.
of
So
products.
if they say yes, they're saying yes in a big way. They're either
In a
all
big
in
way,
or they're all
yeah,
out.
in a big way, because it is a big company, and unfortunately, I cannot do it by myself. And also, if I go to Sephora in Europe, I need to have a big team. I need to have an agency, because in Europe, work is not the same in Kurdistan. In Europe is very different. And also, I feel like I'm afraid I cannot find myself if I go to Europe, because in Europe you need to do something. The way you do commercial, the way you talk, the way you need to dress is just different. The people that you meet in this PR list or events you are doing, it needs to be different. And with all my respect, I do not drink. I don't go to cocktail parties. I don't do this kind of events.
Socializing, networking.
No,
yeah.
because I am a person. I have my own beliefs. Yes, I do work on social media. I do, but I don't know how to say it.
You
I
have a
my
boundary.
boundaries.
Yeah.
Yes,
Makes sense, and that's normal, and that's good.
and my boundaries is very important for me. And I know who I am, and I don't want to change myself because of the money, of the fame, or to have my product in Sephora. Do you know what I mean?
I understand completely, and I think it's very good that you have that authenticity to what you're doing, and no matter how big the opportunity is, whether it's like a big investor or if it's a big opportunity that might mean that you have to compromise on certain beliefs or values that you have,
Yeah.
you're willing to put them to one side or not rush them, as long as you can stay true to yourself. And I think that's very
the
important.
offer comes to me the way that my boundaries is, I will, of course, with all my heart say yes to it. But if I need to change myself and be away more from my kids, or maybe, I don't know, there's a lot of things. So I don't want to do that. No, I'm happy with the way that I do my business now. I'm so free to do whatever I want. If I want to post my product, not post my product. If I want to sell it, not sell it. Do a new items. Everything's up to me. And I don't like someone to tell me what to do. And when you do have a big agency or you are connected to a big company worldwide, there's something you need to do. You need to catch up with some people you maybe don't want to, dress up in the kind of way there's a lot of things. Travel to a place maybe I don't want to travel, but yeah.
I mean, obviously it's your business and you want to grow it to a point where maybe you're going to be
Absolutely.
into that.
I would love that.
But the thing is, you might need to, like, your team at the moment, it sounds like it's mostly you and a few other key people.
Yes.
In order maybe to get to that level, you might need to trust some more people. You might
Yeah.
need to build that team. Is that something you'd be open to doing?
Yeah, absolutely. But it needs to still be in my boundaries.
That's fine. That's fine. And like, it's a journey, and you've been doing this for almost 10 years, more than 10 years now.
Yeah.
You're not in any hurry.
No.
You're going at your pace.
Yeah.
It's working for you. You're having a good impact. You're doing it in a way that respects your boundaries. You can still make time for your family. You can still make time to do the things you enjoy.
Yeah.
No one is kind of demanding your attention or pushing you to go in a certain way because they have leverage over you. And this is part of the reason why it's so good to have your own business, because you're your own boss. But if you have an investor, maybe they'll have different expectations of what you should or shouldn't do. And that money, yes, it comes, but it comes at a price, and you might not be willing to pay your price with with your freedom and the direction you want to take it. So it sounds like you're in a very good place and you're building on a very good, stable foundation.
Yeah, because I'm not stressed. If something goes wrong now, this is my money. I don't have an investor. It goes wrong. I will try again. But if I have an investor, I know I have a amount of time I need to give this investor his percents or whatever it is. But when I don't have anybody, this is my own money. The mistake that I make is my mistake. I learn from it. But being nervous or more stressed having someone else, no, I don't want to do that for myself. I am learning every day. I am doing whatever I feel like is right. And I am so connected to my followers and to my fans that I know what they want. So I'm always creating something that I know they can have, something that they need, which every woman needs every day. But I'm not just doing something just for fun. No, I think a lot about it. Yeah.
Brilliant. And I'm very, very happy that you've been very successful and your continued success. I wish you every possible way that it worked, because for you it's all about how you're planning it in your own unique way. And I really like that, because
Thank you.
some people, they do follow the money, and yes, there are opportunities, and yes, maybe
absolutely.
some of the things you offer are more profitable than others, but you're growing, you're learning. And I think just keeping that journey alive, unique to you, but also in line with your audience's preferences, because you're always adapting. You're telling me this, you're listening to their feedback, hearing what they're saying, what they like, what they don't like. You're going to the shops that your products are in, and you're asking people that are in those shops, what are people saying? You're connected to them.
Absolutely.
And like, obviously social media, it's like more people look at you than you look at them, but you're also finding these avenues to stay connected with them, even in this age of endless kind of social media influencers and people like that. You're a bit more intimate in your relationship with these people. So for me, it's a recipe for success, and you're the proof, and what you've been doing now is the proof. So very successful.
Thank you.
Wish you every success in the future.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for coming on. And
Thank you.
yeah, I love that, what you've built, how you've supported your family, they support you, and
Thank you.
the community you've built as well with your products. So yeah, wish you the best of luck in the future.
Thank you. The same to you. Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure sitting with you and talk about business. I hope my followers or your followers they can use that as something. Thank you so much for having me.
They will.
Thank you. Thank you so much.